Hello everybody. Notice I'm wearing the same outfit as I was wearing in a previous video where I was saying the women are the prize in so many words, except I don't think I used that phrasing in said video. But just basically saying that we truly are the better half for many men. I would go so far as to say most men who are partnered with women, that usually women, unless we are some scandalous gardening tools, if you understand what I'm saying, then we are usually a man's better half. Okay. And we're a big part of why people think that man is a great guy when a lot of times, yeah, he wouldn't reach out to you on your birthday or make that much of an effort to spend time with family or whatever in hell if it wasn't for us. Okay. Now, on that note, what did I want to talk to you guys about? Pretty privilege. So I have been talking about pretty privilege and also like disadvantages to not being considered to be pretty. I got to stop doing this because this shows up in my videos a lot. And the thumbnails of my videos suggest like the suggested thumbnails, like, you know, whatever. Anyway, but I've been talking about this for a while. You can go back and look in my old videos, and it's because I feel like this has shaped my life. I mean, now I'm seeing so many more people talk about it, and not to say that people were not talking about it before I started talking about it. They absolutely were, and I enjoyed content on it, but I feel like it totally shaped my life. And it just had a profound impact on me. Like, I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound terrible, and I don't mean to. If you're a woman, especially a woman who is interested in men, and to some degree a woman who's interested in women, but certainly that are interested in men, you are judged on your looks, possibly above anything else, or at least equal to anything else, if not more so. Okay? A homeless Megan Fox would probably find a mate quicker than a woman who got her doctorate but is deemed unattractive physically in society. Okay? I mean, you never know, and that's another thing. There's no rule to this stuff in the grand scheme of things because, like, there are people who are being called unattractive, such as the woman who said that she turned down the coffee date, but she went to, was it McAllister's sandwich shop? I like them. I think that's the name of it. I know it's an Irish name. I think it's McAllister's. Anyway, point is that, and by the way, before you correct me, it's Scots Irish, but it's Irish, okay? Mick, not Mac. Mac is MAC, is Scottish. MC is Scots Irish. Okay, there you go. Anyway, back to the point is that some people were coming for this woman's physical appearance and trying to say she was unattractive. I think she's cute. I understand people coming for her looks because I understand that there's a certain beauty standard and that, you know, she's not 100% that beauty standard, and neither am I. And for the record, when I lost a significant amount of weight, even though, like, I still have, just to be clear here, you know, I have dark brown eyes in a society that, you know, puts lighter colored eyes on a pedestal. I have a dark brown skin tone. I have full lips, which people pay good money for. Anyway, I have a flat, you know, African nose. You know, I like some of my features, you know, I don't have a perfect smile. Sidebar, I just want to get this out of the way. No one asked, but I'm going to share this. So in the video that I did with my girlfriend, I don't know why I'm putting a bullseye on myself. But in the video I did with my girlfriend, I don't know if it's on this side. I think it's on this side, or maybe it's this side. I don't know. One of the sides of my teeth, I forget which one. Okay, I have spaces in my teeth, okay? Okay, I have spaces, and I have unusual spaces at the bottom. When I was a little kid, I used to suck my fingers. I know that's weird. Like some people suck their thumb. I sucked my two fingers. I know it's weird. And anyway, but that may have played a role in why my teeth were all spaced out. I don't know. But also on my mom's side of the family, their gaps are more common than on my dad's side of the family, where people have straighter teeth on my dad's side of the family. I don't know. But the point is that it looks like the space is so wide that it almost looks like another tooth could fit there. I didn't lose any teeth. I have all my original teeth except the one that I got a root canal on, and that's not the one that you're seeing with the space. I just have spaces in my teeth. And it's something I've always been self-conscious about. But at some point, I started getting compliments on my smile. I say this to say that even though I do not have a perfect smile, people have complimented me on my smile. Okay? But seriously, I've gotten compliments on my smile. I've been told I'm pretty. I've been told I'm beautiful. And I'm not just, right now I'm wearing a filter. Okay, so this is not, the best judge. But I mean, in my real life, I've been told those things. Even as a bigger fat person, but certainly, especially when I lost that freaking weight, Lord help it, okay? I was called pretty a lot. So you don't have to perfectly fit the beauty standard to be considered to be pretty. Okay? And let's just say this, unpopular opinion, Kim Kardashian did not fit the universal beauty standard, in my personal opinion, certainly not the European standard of beauty, and she became a beauty icon. And what I mean by that, saying that she didn't fit that standard, that's not an insult, because that standard was blonde hair, blue-eyed, milky skinned. And this Armenian woman with a tan skin tone, dark olive skin tone, she got a fake booty. Allegedly, was thicker, had full lips. She did not, like, she didn't look like, Sabrina Carpenter, if you will, or Taylor Swift or whatever, that's the European standard of beauty. And she didn't look like that. And she became this top beauty icon. So again, you don't have to fit the conventional standard of beauty to be beautiful. Okay, so let's just get that shit out of the way, But going back to pretty privilege, here's the deal, okay, because I got off track, is that there's been talk online about, pretty privilege, pretty disadvantage, all that stuff. And I want to say this. I want to talk about pretty disadvantage. And I talked about this in a previous video, so this is not a new topic for me. I think the video where I talked about looks matter or something, I don't know, or the dark side of being attractive or something, I don't know. I don't want to be unsensitive, okay, or insensitive, excuse me, forgot language, anyway, insensitive. But there was this beautiful beauty queen woman who, very young lady, gorgeous young black woman, who lost her life heartbreakingly. And I was really hoping that that was not going to be the case, but that turned out to be the case. And she may have been targeted because of how incredibly beautiful she was. Oftentimes when you see these women come up missing, they tend to be, universally attractive. You know what I mean? They tend to be women who, you know what I mean? I don't mean to be cruel, but they're very attractive women. I hope that makes sense. And I feel like that's one of the biggest disadvantages to being beautiful, is that though there are many disadvantages to being beautiful, I would say definitely it's more in your favor to be attractive than not. Absolutely. Okay. No question, no doubt. But the downside is that when you are attractive, you will attract everybody. Okay, including the baddies. By baddies, I mean bad people. Including the sickos, the freaks, the creeps, the horrible people. You will attract them too. And that's the heartbreaking thing about being beautiful. You're not just attracting the Prince Charmings. Okay? And so there's definitely disadvantages to being beautiful. Another thing I've heard people say And this has not really been my experience because I haven't been, 100% the classical beauty, but I've heard people say that they were thought to be stupid. And I've heard enough people say it that I'm convinced that they're not dishonest about that. What are some other issues about being pretty?